why should supporting rehabilitation through services be a key component in our criminal justice system? Or rather, when we define justice for all, in what ways can we define justice through the goal to support rehabilitation through services? What do we mean when we say support rehabilitation through services? 5 things. 1. Make bond requests on public safety, rather than leaning on cash bail. 2. Expand diversion opportunities and evidence-based specialized dockets. 3. Save taxpayer money by ensuring that a new county jail is not larger than needed. 4. Solicit and respond to the feedback of those who work in the jail, as well as those who are housed in the jail. 5. Support childhood programming that is proven to reduce crime rates. A county prosecutor should be first and foremost concerned with promoting public safety. Their job is to keep communities safe, and we know that the number one way to do this is to focus on the use of services that support rehabilitation. Utilizing these services will reduce recidivism. In other words, rehabilitation is crime prevention. Unlike some media claims, rehabilitation is consistent with accountability. Real accountability means enacting policies that balance the safety of the community, while also following the evidence about how to prevent crime through rehabilitation on the back end. What does this look like in practice? To start, we can approach pretrial detention by making decisions based on public safety, not based on who can afford to make bail. The way the system is currently set up, a person who is accused of a violent or egregious crime, but who can afford a hefty bail bond, can pay their way out of jail while they await trial. On the other hand, those who have been accused of lower-level offenses may be required to stay in jail, even though the crime they are accused of is not violent or serious, if they cannot afford the bail amount. Instead of allowing someone to demonstrate their ability to do well with some support and accountability, that person is now likely to lose their job, their home, custody of family members, and is now more likely to commit another crime, even if they are ultimately released. We can better promote public safety by considering who is a threat to safety and who isn't. Individuals who commit violent acts and pose a risk to public safety should not be able to pay their way out of jail, and should be given no bond at all. Those that are not a safety risk should be released into the community under strict conditions, instead of being held in the county jail unnecessarily because they cannot afford even a few $100s for bail. Prioritizing rehabilitation services not only makes our communities safer, but is also significantly cheaper for the taxpayer. It costs $165 per day to detain someone awaiting trial in our county jail. With an average jail stay of 104 days for those unable to afford bail, these costs add up. The current prosecutor's use of cash bail also complicates the current decision regarding whether to construct a $2.2 billion jail in the suburbs. This is a significant cost to taxpayers and will not promote public safety. In 2020, consultants claimed that for every 25 jail beds that are eliminated, Cuyahoga County would save $6 million in jail construction costs and $1.1 million every year in annual operating costs. This money would be better used expanding rehabilitative services that are proven to reduce crime. Another way to support rehabilitation through services is to promote the use of the county's diversion center. The diversion center was created to rehabilitate low-level offenders and reduce the jail population. However, it has been underutilized since it opened. From the time it opened 3 years ago through the end of 2023, only 96 people have ever been brought to the diversion center in lieu of an arrest. Even out of those 96, most were facing misdemeanor charges that likely would not have led to a county jail stay at all. In other words, the diversion center has not yet reduced the population of our county jail. The county estimates that 63% of the jail population struggles with addiction, and 20% of the jail population suffers from severe mental health issues. Despite this, the diversion center has had to open itself up to walk-ins to have a steady stream of patients. The diversion center was created to provide an alternative to incarceration for those dealing with substance abuse or mental health issues. A prosecutor's office that looks to diversion as a favored resolution of cases can expand the off-ramps from the jail and the courts to the diversion center. That priority can be reinforced by more open communication in both directions with police departments as well. During the prolonged conversation in 2022 about the prior jail proposal, one thing that often went unacknowledged by the steering committee tasked with addressing the jail was the perspective of corrections officers who came to meetings to comment about the problems that a replacement jail would create for them. The union leaders who came to testify said that a new building would not solve the issues that made their jobs more difficult, and that a lower jail population would make those problems easier to solve regardless of the physical building. It is important that decisions related to a physical jail, or any other complex public safety discussions, truly include the perspective of everybody those decisions will affect. Rehabilitation is necessary when someone has committed a crime, but the healing work can even be used to prevent the first crime from happening as well. Violence prevention is far-reaching, and some of the most effective methods are simple: early childhood education, and after-school, Saturday, and summer programming for children ages 6 to 12. The chief law enforcement officer in the county should be supporting these programs in any way possible. Grassroots community members and leaders are often doing this kind of work already, but many tireless advocates are working in silos or beholden to grant money that comes with strings. The prosecutor can use the soft power of their office to help break down some of the walls between people who all have the same goal: safe, strong, and healthy communities. Collaboration can get us there. Indeed, it is necessary to make a dent in these far-reaching systemic issues. And collaboration requires the political will and the sustained effort of somebody in power who is willing to go beyond their traditional job description. This is how the childhood programming that our communities desperately need can be expanded, made better, and pay dividends for everyone in Cuyahoga County. Rehabilitation is crime prevention, and with the number of repeat offenders that our county sees, it is one of the most powerful ways to prevent crime. Supporting rehabilitation through services is a necessary step to beginning to heal our community. I plan to support rehabilitation through services by making bond requests on public safety, rather than leaning on cash bail. I will also expand diversion opportunities and evidence-based specialized dockets. This will in turn save taxpayer money by ensuring the new county jail is not larger than needed. I will solicit and respond to the feedback of those who work in the jail, as well as those who are housed in the jail, to understand how we can better utilize resources and create a safer environment. Finally, I will support childhood programming that is proven to reduce crime rates, because I understand that the evidence overwhelmingly shows that the number one way to reduce juvenile crime is to start in early childhood with high-quality education and programs that give children the best chance for success. We cannot have justice for all until we address our community's need for services and rehabilitation. Rehabilitation services are also the best way to promote public safety and break the cycle of trauma that plagues Cuyahoga County. I'm Matthew Ahn, and I approve this message.